here we go. Back again. Alright. And today is Friday. So yeah, it is the Friday fix. And would you Adam and Eve it? This actually is the 20th episode of the Friday fix. So yeah, a bit of a milestone, if you like, for the show. And today actually is also the 200th day since the UK went into lockdown. And yeah, we are still under a form of lockdown, of course, and have never been out of it. But I did predict back in June that we would likely go into lockdown again, full scale in the UK on October the 18th. So yeah, I guess time will tell. But this, of course, is me covering different stories of interest that has happened throughout the week. Right, so to begin with, we will touch on the lockdowns here in bonnie Scotland, right? Where, of course, Nicola Sturgeon, Saint Nick, has a hard-on for tyranny. And as you can see, BBC shut down shambles and appeal to save Christmas. Now, they're basically saying that if we go into lockdown just now, we won't have to go into lockdown for Christmas, right? So yeah, the sheep will be crying out for a fucking lockdown. And once again, humanity is basically fucking digging its own grave. That is what it is like. Let's face it. And in Scotland at the moment, the tyranny, it's in full swing. Businesses are closing fucking everywhere. And we did say back at the beginning that the hospitality and tourism industries, well, they're finished. They are fucking done for. And a lot of businesses were struggling before COVID. But now the COVID is basically the final nail in the fucking coffin, unfortunately. But of course, businesses like McDonald's and Asda, who we will touch on, well, they will be fine. That is for sure, right? Because the virus, it won't get you if you're at Asda. But if you're at a local shoe shop that has been around for hundreds of years, it'll get you there, right? So they have to close. And this is from The Guardian today. In the UK, as you can see, they plan to continue the furlough scheme. Chinook plans 80% furlough wage extension in local lockdown areas. Now, I did also say to somebody, one of my friends, that this would be the case because, let's face it, they want everybody on some form of credit system. In Scotland they have, and England, in the UK they have a universal credit system, and that is the stepping stone to, basically they want everyone on it, right? And this furlough is a stepping stone to that, for sure. So yeah, it will be extended again and again, because the lockdowns, well, they ain't going away anytime soon, I'm afraid. Let's face it, right? They are fucking, it's basically here to stay. Unless, of course, we do make a stand. And as you can see, North of England leaders vow to oppose lockdown without financial support. So again, the government will be throwing money at problems. But the lockdowns are the problem, and people don't want them. And like I said, say no. The Independent one day ago, government rejects scientists' call to end lockdown measures. Now, I did hear this on the BBC News or Sky News, and they were interviewing seemingly an expert in regards to this story. And she said that only a couple of hundred scientists had signed this anti-lockdown petition. But she's wrong. It's thousands. And at that time, it was actually 7,000 scientists worldwide. But now it's more. it's up to fucking 12,000 scientists, as you can see, 22 hours ago from the Daily Mail. And this is, to expand on it, the open letter written by experts at Oxford, Harvard and Stanford universities have since been signed by more than 12,000 scientists and medical workers, as well as 115,000 members of the public. And yeah, they can add my signature to that as well, because of course the lockdowns do more harm than good. So there is glimmers of hope, and people are speaking out. So yeah, we need to support this letter and this petition. So if you can, get it signed and get it shared, right? Let's fucking stand by them and fight against the tyranny. And I seen this as well in the Daily Mail. Coronavirus could be with us forever if survivors can get reinfected, right? And this is coming from a Chinese scientist, I believe. So yeah, there you go. The chances are that COVID is here to stay, right? Just like the lockdowns, they will of course come hand in hand. And yeah, we are all waiting on the vaccine, this wonderful vaccine that the sheep seem to think is a silver bullet, but of course it's not, and it really will just be the beginning. And as you can see from the Bill Gates Guardian today, again, COVID vaccine global effort gets China's support. And if something pops up and becomes a global effort, right, everyone is behind it, you know straight away it's part of the agenda, right? Most likely controlled or fronted by the WHO, the World Health Organization, who are criminals, right? And we need to take them down, that is for sure. And this again is from the Daily Mail. COVID vaccine rolled out next month, with tens of thousands getting jab every Christmas, every birthday. I wonder. Well, it is of course every day by Christmas, as you can see. So like we have said, they are going to be mass producing these vaccines, and it is coming. There is no doubt about it. No matter what happens with the trials, all the deals have been signed and it's ready. I would imagine that it is ready to be fucking rolled out by probably Christmas in the UK. As you can see, tens of thousands could be vaccinated each day according to leaked documents. So again, they are conditioning, and that's what leaking is. It's conditioning in action, and it might not be the same as what is leaked that happens. Might not be the same, but it will be similar or worse, right? That is for sure. And another bullet point there, hundreds of NHS staff deployed in 5 mass vaccination sites across the country. So they are now making these vaccination sites, and they will likely be old sports halls that are now fucking no longer used by people who used to fucking use them for their well-being. Well, they will now become vaccination centres, that is for sure. And we seen this a couple of weeks ago in the UK, and it was about the army being on standby in the UK to help door to door with the COVID testing, because it's a big emergency. Everyone's fucking dying, right? Of course. But yeah, they are indeed now doing it. They are going door to door testing, and I will show you a video, but it's worse than that. As you can see, they will also help distribute the COVID vaccine. So be prepared for the army fucking chapping on your door. And like I said, there is a video that I seen on Twitter. And this man in England, he pulls up these two military personnel, and I will share the video. So here it is.
Yeah, I'm just walking on Station Road now. There's three people on high vis, two in army gear. Good afternoon, how you doing, guys?
Yes, good, thanks. How are you?
What are you guys doing on the streets, if you don't mind me asking?
The City Council, we're just supporting them, handing out COVID tests,
For what reason?
just to give people a chance to test themselves in the house.
Can I ask you a question? I'm a citizen of Handsworth and I live in this community. I just want to know, and I'm recording this for my safety and your safety also, why is the need to have the army on our streets and knocking on people's doors and to see if they want to be tested?
We're just here to support the council and hand them out,
But why the army?
just to support. That's all we're here for, just to support the council and help hand out tests.
But if people want to have tests, surely that's their discretion. If they can go voluntarily to any sort of centres to have tested. So why knock on people's doors?
Just to give them the option. They don't have to take it, they can just take it if they want.
And whose directive is this?
Birmingham City Council.
Birmingham City Council. And where's Birmingham City Council got this directive from?
I'm not sure, sorry.
And also, just to say, if you do come knocking on my door and I refuse, what is there any repercussions to that?
Of course not, no, it's entirely up to yourself.
And how do you guys feel? I assume you're part of the British Army?
The Air Force.
You are, the Air Force, yeah? And how do you guys feel knocking on people's doors?
Well, I don't want to answer more questions, but we're just here to support, but thank you.
Yeah, but surely, I mean, you're here to, this is a democratic country that we live in, yes? And it's a free country. Do you not think this is a bit draconian in terms of what you guys are doing?
I'm not answering more questions, sorry, but we're just here to support, but thank you.
So you're only here to support?
We're here to support the
Yeah?
council, yes.
Is there any legal right that you can actually go around knocking on people's doors?
I'm not answering any more questions.
Well, it's not very good. Like I said, I'm not happy as a citizen of Handsworth, and I'm one of the residents around here. And if I do see anybody, any people that I know, I will tell them to refuse to open their doors, because I think it's an absolute liberty of people's civil rights and taking away our freedoms. This is absolute tyranny. Having the army on the streets, yeah? Having the army on the streets. Now listen, I'm saying, having the army on the streets is absolute tyranny. And you guys really should be...
So yeah, there you go. Welcome to 1984 on fucking steroids, right? It is a fucking tyranny. We are living it here in the UK, that is for sure. And yeah, I would imagine, I haven't seen the military about here in where I stay, but yeah, I would expect them to be doing the same here in Scotland. But if they come chapping on my door, they will be told exactly where to fucking go. That is for sure. And sticking with the wonderful vaccine, or vaccine related if you like, as you can see, BBC today, Asda launches first of its kind flu jab service. How fucking wonderful. Asda, you can now get all your toxins under one roof. Ain't that great, right? And of course it does make sense, because the virus, it doesn't go to Asda. It won't get you. It won't get you at Asda, but it will get you at the local gym. And we can't mention the vaccine without our hero Jill Gates. And again from the Daily Mail, Bill Gates says rich countries could be back to normal by end of 2021. And again, Bill Gates, who is of course Mystic Meg, is back with the predictions. And well, the only way we can get back to normal is of course if the vaccine works. So yeah, all the sheep are pinning their hopes on this vaccine. And speaking of the vaccine, because we know where it's all heading with the fucking vaccine, and that is of course to the gene editing. And would you Adam and Eve it, the gene editing has once again been in the news. Of course it is coming, that is for sure. And as you can see, the conversation one day ago, Nobel Prize for CRISPR honours two great scientists and leaves out many others. Right, so the gene editing technique CRISPR earned the 2020 Nobel Prize in chemistry. Right, and if there's ever a fucking red flag, it is that. That is for sure. If I ever get a Nobel Prize, then you will know that I'm under some form of MK Ultra. Right, so you'll have to come and save me. But of course, we do know where it is heading, like I said, and that is to the chip in the fucking vaccine. And we have covered it, and it is there to see. The patent is there, so it is fucking coming. And I seen this, test and trace fails to reach more than 30% of contacts. Dun, dun, dun. And we did, if you do remember, some of you may recall, we did touch on the seemingly experts telling us that the computer modelling said that if the test and trace in the UK never reached its over 30% target, then we would then see a second wave. Right, so I would imagine that the second wave of lies and deception will come, right, probably this month, if not next month. And in terms of other news, I did also see that British pharma giant GlaxoSmithKline criminals tell staff to turn off contact tracing app while at work. Right, so yeah, that is quite interesting, and I do want to make a video on the tracing app again, because it's all heading one way, and that is of course to everyone, the whole fucking world, being on the Bill Gates, Apple and Google track and trace app, right? That is what they want, and it is likely what they will get, but I won't be on it. I won't be downloading any fucking track and trace app. They can forget it. This is well from the Evening Standard. Australia's borders to remain closed until late 2021. So yeah, it would look like Australia is closed. So if you plan on going down under, forget it, right? No chance. And this is well from CNN. SpaceX's Tesla Roadster made its first close approach with Mars. Right. So this is this astronaut model in the Tesla car that they sent into space. Seemingly, right? But of course, this has obviously not been affected by the radiation or comets or meteorites, right? Because we are told that they are everywhere in space. So yeah, it must have avoided them. Or maybe it's been hit by them, but it's just made of really, really strong stuff. And speaking of strong stuff, how strong are Elon Musk's 10-cent bricks? Wow! So this is, of course, the dirt from Elon's boring company that he digs all these fucking tunnels for the elite. Well, the dirt from that is now being turned into bricks. So, digging holes and tunnels and sending drones up into space or low Earth orbit is not good enough for fucking Elon. He now wants to build the world as well as fucking destroy it, right? But moving on from Elon, we will be back to him. I seen this again in the Daily Mail today. Fury as London Underground worker is caught travelling on tube while wearing mask under her chin. And there's outrage as this worker sleeps with a mask on her fucking chin, right? You can imagine the anger, right? Now, of course, this poor woman has obviously had quite a long day and is napping on the way home from work, which is quite right. I mean, I don't think anyone would hold that against the woman having a wee nap, right? But yeah, this is of course where we are today in 2020, where somebody has taken a photo somebody sitting across from this woman has taken a photo in their anger, right? And I can tell you right now, if I was that woman and I woke up to somebody taking a photo of me while I slept, I would seriously punch their fucking face right in. I shit you not, right? But yeah, this is the year of deception, of course. Anyway, that is it for this week's Friday Fix. Just finally, I seen this last night while watching Israel against Scotland, and it went to a penalty shootout. And as you can see, this Israeli player, his tattoo on halfway down his arm is the all-seeing eye in the pyramid. And yeah, these signs are always there to see. And once you know what you're looking for, you can't unsee it. And you will always see it, because they love nothing more than to rub it in our fucking faces. That is for sure. Anyway, I will be back. Let me think now. Possibly tomorrow or Sunday with the done previously fought syndrome. Alright, so I will see you then. And that is about it. Bye bye.